Thermite reaction. A more reactive metals like aluminium or manganese can displace a comparatively less reactive metal from its metal oxide to give free metals and therefore can be used as a reducing agent for extracting impure metal from metal oxide. Manganese and chromium metals are extracted by the reduction of their oxide with aluminium powder. The reduction of aluminium is carried by heating the metallic oxide with aluminium powder, and this is called thermite process, and the reaction taking place is known as thermite reaction. That means thermite processes are highly exothermic and a large amount of heat is evolved. The amount of heat is evolved is so large that the metals are produced in that molten state. So first example is that extraction of manganese by that thermite process. Manganese metal is extracted by the reduction of its oxide with aluminium powder as the reducing agent. When manganese dioxide is heated with aluminium powder, then manganese metal is produced. This is a displacement reaction between MnO2 and Al. The reduction of manganese dioxide with aluminium is a highly exothermic reaction. A lot of heat is evolved during the reduction of manganese dioxide with aluminium powder, because of which the manganese metal produced is in the molten state or in liquid state. Next example, extraction of iron by thermite process. The mixture of iron oxide and the aluminium powder is ignited with that burning magnesium rubber. Aluminium reduces into iron to produce iron metal with the evolution of lot of heat. Due to this heat, iron metal is produced in the molten state, and the molten iron is then poured between that broken iron piece to weld them, to join them, and this process is called aluminothermy or thermite welding. Extraction of metal at the top of activity series, that means highly reactive metals. Oxides of highly reactive metals like potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, etc. cannot be reduced with the help of carbon, that is coke, because they are very strong reducing agent. They can be obtained by electrolysis of molten salts, generally chlorides or oxides, that is electrolytic reduction method. And this method has an additional advantage that metal obtained after electrolysis is comparatively pure as compared to that other method. During electrolysis of metal chloride, metal is produced at the cathode, that is negative electrode, and chlorine gas is formed at the anode, that is positive electrode. During electrolysis of metal oxide, metal is produced at the cathode, that is negative electrode, whereas oxygen gas is formed at the anode, that is in positive electrode. Electrolytic reduction of sodium chloride to give sodium metals. In molten sodium chloride, that is NaCl, sodium ions Na plus and chloride ions Cl minus are present. That means during the electrolysis of molten sodium chloride, sodium ions move towards that negative electrode, that is cathode. They accept electrons from the cathodes and get reduced to sodium metal. During electrolysis, anhydrous halides ore is used because sodium metals formed can react with water forming sodium hydroxide. Sodium metals thus produced get deposited at cathode. At cathode, 2Na plus 2 electron gives 2Na, that is sodium metal. Chloride ions move towards positive electrode, that is anode. Chloride ion donate electrons to the anode and get oxidized to chloride gas and get liberated. At anode, 2Cl minus from that molten NaCl, that it will form that chlorine gas Cl2 plus 2 electron to anode. The overall reaction is 2NaCl, that is sodium chloride. On the process of electrolysis, it will form 2Na at cathode plus Cl2 at anode. Refining of metals. Metal isolated above are known as crude metals as they contain various impurities and converted into pure metals by a number of methods. This is known as refining of metals. The process of purifying impure metals to obtain pure metal is called as refining of metals. Most commonly used methods for refining metal is electro-refining or electrolytic refining. This method is generally used to purify metals like copper, silver, zinc, nickel, etc. In this method, impure metal blocks act as anode in an electrolytic cell and pure metal act as a cathode. Aqueous solution of highly soluble metal salt is taken as electrolyte. On passing electric current, metals ions from the electrolytes are reduced to the metal, which get deposited at cathode. An equivalent amount of that pure metal from the anode get oxidized and move into that solution to displace metal ions, and the process continues till the complete metal blocks, that is anode, dissolve and deposit on that cathode, and the soluble impurities present in the impure metal get dissolved in the solution and insoluble impurities settle down at the bottom of the anode as anode mud. For that example, the electro-refining of crude copper. Thick block of impure metal act as anode and a thin strip of pure copper metal act as cathode. The electrolyte used in aqueous solution of copper sulfate containing a small amount of sulfuric acid. On passing electric current, copper ions from the electrolytes are reduced to copper, which are deposited at cathode. An equivalent amount of pure copper metals from the anode is oxidized and move into the solution to displace copper ion. Pure copper metals from the copper sulfate solution get deposited on cathode. The process continues till the complete copper blocks is consumed and deposited at cathode in the form of pure copper. That is, at cathode, Cu2 plus and 2 electrons, it will be deposited at cathode, that is Cu. At anode, impure metal from anode Cu, it displaces copper ions deposited at cathode and 2 electrons to anode. Corrosion. Metal surface is constantly attacked by the air and water, that is moisture, in the atmosphere, which is the result in the formation of compound on its surface. The formation of these compound tarnishes that metal. So, the eating up of metal by the action of air, moisture or a chemical such as an acid on their surface is called corrosion. Most of the metals corrode when they are kept exposed to that moist air. For example, formation of brown coating of rust over iron, formation of green coating of basic copper carbonate over copper, formation of black coating of silver sulfide over silver. To show that air and moisture are necessary for the resting, here some activity. Take 3 test tubes marked 1, 2 and 3 and put iron nails in each of them. Put some anhydrous calcium chloride in test tube 1 to absorb moisture. Pour some boiled distilled water in the test tube 2 and pour some of over it to prevent air into that test tube. Then pour some water in the test tube 3, cork the test tube and leave them for few days. The nails in test tube 1 does not get rusted because it has only air and no water. The nails in test tube 2 does not rust because it had only water and no air. And the nails in the test tube 3 get rusted because it had air and water. Prevention of corrosion. A number of methods are used to prevent corrosion or rusting. For example, oiling and greasing. They protect the metal surface against moisture and chemical, etc. by forming a protective layers on metal surface. In addition, the oil and grease prevent the surface from getting scratched. Second one, that painting. If the paint forms a protective coating on the surface of the articles which prevent contact with moisture or oxygen. Then electroplating. In this method, the surface of iron metal is coated with a chromium, nickel or aluminium etc. by electrolysis. Electroplating, that means electroplated iron objects are quite resistant to that attack of oxygen and water and thus corrosion is prevented. If the surface of the metal is electroplated with zinc, it is known as galvanization. In case tin is used for electroplating, the process is called tinning. Then the last is by alloying. Alloy. An alloy can be defined as a homogeneous mixture or metallic solid solution composed of two or more metals or metals and a small amount of non-metals. For example, the steel, which is composed of iron and carbon, stainless steel, iron, carbon and cobalt, nickel, brass, copper, zinc, bronze, copper, tin, and the solder, that is lead, tin, used for welding electrical wires together. And some of the metals in an alloy is mercury. It is called as amalgam.